Good morning, everybody. I am back on the water. As you can see, the water is kind of meh. Water quality is a little iffy. It's stained. It's been pouring for pretty much an entire week and a half. The trolling motor doesn't sound good, but we're gonna make it work. It's a good morning. Super overcast, as you can tell. Temperature is great. It's about 61 degrees right now. Water felt like it was probably around high 60s, maybe low 70s. So target of the day is going to be snakeheads, and I'm stoked to be back down here. Back on the Rappahannock River. Apparently, being that it is the Monday of Memorial Day weekend, the entirety of the Northern Virginia Bro Squad showed up. There's 2 skiffs at the launch just now. I saw 2 other John boats launch while I was just putting my gear together, which only took about 5 minutes today. And yeah, so chances are I'm gonna be fishing used water today, which it's all good. Kayak being what it is, I can get into places these guys can't get into, so I call that a win. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of pick apart stuff like this. We're gonna have pockets of standing lilies. This is a spot you've seen me fish a few times before. I just came back here to kind of do a little recce run. I'm gonna be bringing a friend and his dad down here about a month or so. So I want to kind of get the lay of the land, see how it's fishing this year, and we're gonna have a good time. Yeah, just gonna have a good time. Anyway, you know the drill. I'll bring it back when we see something cool, or when I catch something. It's gonna be a good day. Yeah, the only thing I'm planning to fish for today is snakes. Yeah, water is super stained. It might have 6 inches of visibility. The good news is those guys are going the other direction, so that'll save me a little bit of heartache. Bald eagle right off the rip. It's gonna be a good day. 2 bald eagles, hell yeah. America. 4 bald eagles, there's 2 more right there. 5. None of those are ospreys. These are all 5 bald eagles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a real good day. We're gonna get us some snaky snakes. We're gonna have a good time doing our little recce run. And yeah, we're gonna see what happens. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a real good day. Yep. Maybe a spinnerbait might. I'm feeling a topwater blow up. I think my first snake of the year needs to be on top. Ouch, that was sharp. Carp just jumped in front of me, or a gar or something. Excuse me. Dang it. Got hung up when I hit that thing over there. Caught my front treble. And so front treble and the rear were goofed up on that one. That wasn't good. Unhook that. Unhook that. Take 2. Try and get a decent cast out of this thing. There it is. Nice bass. Nice bass. Nice bass. He smoked it, man. I love this ripper. I love the ripper. I'm all wrapped up in my work. Right off the rip. Heck yeah. Nice bass. Really light because the stained water. That's a nice fish. Come on, get off of there. Darn it, darn it, darn it. It's in that netting. He's batted at it and didn't really get it, did he? Once that hook came out. All right, maybe I'm not going to be netting anything using trebles, right? It's a silly plan, isn't it? Yeah, that is. Okay, this is ridiculous. Yeah, it's a nice fish to start the day. No, you ain't getting off of there. I don't think so. Man, that water's cold. I don't even think it's as warm as I said it was. All right, time to let her go. Skinny. This fish is definitely post-spawn. Definitely post-spawn. But that's probably about 3.5 pound fish. Lengthwise, let's get a length on it. Yeah, let's do this. We haven't done that yet this year. Jaw closed. Is that 18? Yeah. Close your jaw. 18 and a half inch fish. Good way to start the morning. See you later. Have yourself a good one. All right. Good way to start the day. All right. Correction, a great way to start the day. Let's get the next one. All right, like I said, that first fish of the day once again came on the same thing I was pretty much crushing them on last week, the Drave Ripper. And the white tiger color, which unfortunately right now is out of stock. I need to talk to the guy who runs the joint and see when they're going to be coming in, because if I lose this one, I'm doomed. I got a couple others, but this is the only one I have of this color, and I'm a big fan of this color. So I did cast a spinnerbait past that, and this bass didn't want it. So we're going to do topwater today and see if that's going to be the ticket. It's a little chilly. A lot of topwater prop baits people are used to throwing and seeing on videos, you know, whopper ploppers, the Berkeley, oh, what do they call theirs? Choppa? Yeah, the Choppa. I mean, I've had great luck with the whopper plopper out for, you know, smallmouth up on the Susquehanna. And it probably helps if I open the bail at them. Come on now. And I've never actually thrown the Berkeley Choppa. But this thing I've had awesome luck with. End of last year and into this year, just the bass and everything. When I actually got several smallies on this one. Obviously I've been catching some pretty solid largemouth on it so far. But targeting the usual spots, you know, isolated cover points. And we're going to see if there's something hiding in here. Right off this point. I have actual buzzbaits with me as well. Got a mega bass, whatever they call theirs, something boa. That's a nice gar right there. I wonder how the emergent, you know, grass and weeds are around here. Obviously, being as stained as this water is, I'm not expecting too much to be coming out of that. Because usually later in the summer when I come through, man, that duck blind looks more dilapidated than it did last year. I don't think anybody hunted it this year. Usually towards the later of the summer, you know, when the hydrilla and stuff like that comes up, it really does tend to clear the water significantly, especially, you know, farther down that way where we're going to be heading to today. I noticed a big change. That was a good sized bass though, start the morning. Now we need a snakehead. There's bubbles right off the edge of this point here. Thing is, if I hook a snakehead on these trebles, which doesn't sound like a good time because it's not, That's why I brought the bigger net, just in case. Decided to toss on the old standby for these things again. Like last year, caught most of my snakes actually on this, the Savage Gear. I can't remember what they call it now. I think it's the Duratec Toad now. It's a new version. But this one is the old style, because I got a lot of them because they were working so well. Bass crush them. Snakeheads love to hit them, but it's a real bulky bait. So most of the snakes, I mean, snakeheads typically have small mouths. So I wasn't getting the best hookup ratio with it, but you know, getting the hits is just as much fun for me. I don't have to catch every single thing that strikes. I just like seeing the blow ups. And blow it up, they do. I've also kind of taught myself to count when I see a strike, because you have to. You got to give them time to eat it. Gar. That gar actually scared me. It's already a beautiful day. This wind is pushing me pretty quick. Oh, somebody's coming back pretty quick. But it's time for me to make my big run. We'll be back. Oh, they're going that way too. Never mind. It might be okay. Be a little less discretionary where I chuck this thing, just because of the nature. It's totally weedless. Well, this is the lowest wind we've had in days, and it's still already getting to me. Yep, time to make a run. A lot of poop on that blind. Well, I kind of hope I'm not coming up on what I think I'm coming up on. What I did not say when I started my video today is that there was a massive trailer in the parking lot. And on the truck that was pulling that trailer had a massive refrigerator box on the back of it. So chances are that was a commercial fisherman that was here to take out blue cats and snakeheads. So I'm really hoping that's not the boat I'm coming up on, because he's coming out of the creek I was planning on going right into. And that would really put a kibosh on my morning. I said I was probably going to be fishing used water today. Like I said, it is the Monday Memorial Day weekend. So it's probably been hammered all weekend. The fact that I've already caught a fish today is already better than I hoped for. You know, with the water clarity and the water temperature, you know, I still call it a win. It's been a good day. But I'd like to have a little bit more luck than just one fish, you know, with the fact that I drove, you know, 2.5 hours to get here. Now, I'm gonna have to give this time to chill out, see what happens. I'm still gonna head to the back of the creek, and I'm gonna go where they can't go, so there's still opportunities for me. I'm just really hoping that we can still have a little bit of luck back here, because this little cut is where I have most of my luck in this part of the river. I've had really good luck with it, so let's stay positive, let's be hopeful, let's see what we can do. Well, it turns out they're not the electro fishermen that I was expecting. Those are just a couple boys that are out here fishing in the morning. I'm still fishing used water, but I am much happier about that than what it could have been. So we are still in luck. We still have a lot of opportunities this morning. Still a lot of opportunities. Something, oh, there was a massive snakehead in there. I know you just heard that. Oh, that's gonna be wicked. All right, what I got to do is actually pull up my trolling motor, because this is, otherwise it's going to get hung up in everything, like it always does. Yeah, big old snakehead in there. That was not a little fish. All right, and we are on paddle mode. There was one right in here. I don't know why I make casts like that. If I hook into something, it's gonna be nuts trying to get it back out. The plan is to spend several hours in this cut, because I know there's big fish in here. I know there is. Well, as long as the bow fishing hasn't gotten too heavy. Come summertime, you're gonna hear nothing but blow-ups all through this entire area, which it gets pretty crazy. Like every couple minutes you can hear there's huge splashes. Bald eagle. This place certainly is loaded with them. Another massive blow up I just heard. That bald eagle's getting chased by a mockingbird. Like I was saying last year, you find the pads, you're gonna find the snakes. Yeah, this water's dingy. That was a big blow up. Wow. They are in here. There's a big one somewhere in this pad field. That's the kind of fish you only get one shot at. I mean, usually you only get one shot at snakes anyway, but the real big ones like that, there's wood duck. The real big ones like that only give you one chance, and if you blow it, yeah, they're done. Unless you get super, super lucky, or they're guarding a fry ball or something. Yeah, you're not going to get more than one crack at those fish. Ah! Tried to count. Oh, it got hung up in my bait. He had it. He had enough of it, but it got hung up in the bait. Dang it. Dang. Couldn't tell what that was. It looked like a little bass from the color, but it could have been a baby snake. Either way, blow up number two. Blow up number two. Just right up top. Not a big explosion, just slurped it. That was a big blow up on the other side. Well, that sounded like a gar. It didn't sound like a snaky snake. Yeah, you gotta skin hook these just a little bit to keep the stuff in there. But depending on how the snakes or the little bass hit it, it could bury it farther into your lure, which is kind of unfortunate. I think next time you just gotta set the hook even harder. That's what you gotta do. If it's a bass, you'll get another shot, usually, because he didn't feel the hook. Snakehead, you're not gonna see that fish again. The reason these pads are great is because once you get into them, you're usually not as affected by the wind and everything else, which is awesome. That means you don't have to expend too much energy keeping yourself in place. Where was that? That was a big one. That was somewhere over there. Wow. That was a good one. See, the thing about snakeheads is, you know, they have to breathe air. So you're going to hear them moving. You're going to hear them hitting the surface from time to time. That's just the nature of the beast. However, when you hear something like that, that was a predation event. That was a snakehead, most likely a snakehead, trying to absolutely murk something. And it probably did. I know there's a lot of shad in here, a little gizzard shad of all sizes. I've seen them up to, you know, 13, 14 inches in here just swimming around the shallows, which obviously snakehead's not going to go after that, but there are bass that will. But the snakes, they'll go after all the little sunfish in here. They're going to go after all the smaller shad, frogs, birds, little birds. They will. They'll have a go at pretty much anything. Give them half a chance. They're going to try and show you what they're made of. Oh, that movement over there is a bird or a fish? That might have been a fish, because I don't see a bird. I know I'm going to start spooking them in here sometime. I think I should have brought one to unpack. That would have been smart at them, wouldn't it? Holy crap. That was a big one. That one is going to be targeted right now. That's definitely a snakehead. Okay, so it's moving around. Dang. Holy crap. That was something large. Just for shiggles, let's see what happens. Damn! I felt the hit. I felt the hit. I didn't see it. And it didn't have... Damn it. Damn, damn, damn. That was a good thump. I wasn't looking. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking over there. And I just missed a fish. That felt like a snake. That did not feel like a bass. Right. Another bass. Another bass. A healthy little bass. That's number 2 on the day. That was probably about 14 inches, give or take. Healthy. Stocky barrel, like thick bodied fish. He's healthy. Good fish. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for the fight. All right, so that one, isolated cover, good solid hit. Good fish. Good fish. Came up and stomped it. He was just out there on that isolated line. Either that or he was just cruising. That fish might have been cruising. It was right along the weed edge. Distinct possibility. I mean, that's 2 fish on the day. 2 good fish. First one was definitely better. This weed edge in here is where I've had a lot of luck. Oh, I just spooked a big one. There's a big snake right underneath me. That's what those bubble trails. Dang it. Yay, you too, bird. Dang it, that was a good one. The size of those bubbles, that was a good sized fish. Just spooked a big one right next to me, unfortunately. So I'm just going to cast this whole dang bank. Not expecting them to be where there was no cover. There's one thing I've learned about snakeheads. They will surprise you. Bubbles. Bubbles and puffed mud. Somehow I just spooked one. Goldfinch. Just spooked up something there. Maybe a carp, maybe a gar. It didn't jet off like a snakehead usually does. There's a fish right there. It was bumping the lilies. Don't think I have a chance to get it though. Don't know what it was. It was right in here though. It is low tide. Think about it, it's pretty wild how far upriver that tide will go. I've never caught one back in here. That's a very noisy duck. See how low this all is right now? This is a really low tide. Really low. These lilies stink. It's dirty. So I've just been sitting here answering a couple emails. And a big snakehead, probably 25, 27 inches long, just slowly made its way out of here. Just blew up all the bubbles right back up into the water, up into the shallows there. What I'm trying to find right now is the tides. And the closest tide to where I am, Port Royal, it says next low tide's at 12:13. Obviously it's not the same where I am because there's a lag time in the area. So I'm fairly certain that I'm close to dead low tide right now. As you can probably tell, water should be, 2 foot up. So I'm just chilling right here right now, and I'm kind of thinking what I might switch up in terms of lures for the afternoon. I might put on some flipping stuff and just kind of you know, work my way through a couple smaller spots here, but just chilling, just relaxing. No rush today. It's a good day to be off. We'll be back in a bit. What kind of bird is that? I don't know. I do not know. Okay. That's getting tossed back in there. That is getting tossed back in there. Dang. Right on the edge. That felt like a bass though. That was one in there. That was 110% a snakehead. I'm gonna get one today. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one. Yep, little bass. Ah, come on. Little bass, little largy. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Enough of you. That water's cold. Yep, another healthy little bass. That's the littlest one of the day. Just chunky little thing. Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, thanks for the fight, little guy. That was fun. And because it is a Z-Man, this thing's not going to be any worse for the wear. We'll just pop this back out. Zip it right there. And boom, we're ready to fish again. Excuse me. That was fun. So the largies are wanting topwater today. Well, the snakeheads do not, which is strange, because that's usually how I catch snakeheads. Well, northerns anyway. Just having better luck down in Florida on bullseyes with subsurface stuff. I need a new spinning reel. This thing's kind of dookie. See, well, snakeheads will like kind of run something down. Bass will just crush it. Like they'll just come up and smash the snot out of it. I cannot believe how low this tide is. Oh, that's a good one. That looked like a bass. Oh, that's fighting like a bass. Nope, that's snakehead. I got my snakehead. I got my snakehead colored up like a bass. That's nuts. And I'm all wrapped up in my work. Stop it. All right, I got my snakehead. Got my snakehead. All right. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get this puppy unhooked and bring you back when I got her on the board. All right, that is a beautiful northern snakehead. Look at the colors on that thing. It's probably 22 inches, maybe, don't know. Yeah, about 22. A little bit over the board, 22 inch. And if I was of a mind, man, that's a perfect eater size right there, but I don't have anything to bring them home. So right now she's just here to take pictures and go back. Make sure the board is stowed. No, don't you do it, don't you do it, don't you do it. All right, I got you on grips. You're not going anywhere. I'll put you in the net if you keep that up. Actually, I'm probably gonna do that anyway. That's what snakeheads do, ladies and gentlemen. That's what snakeheads do. Picture time. Oh, my phone's wet. Gross. All right, well, mission accomplished. I got my first snakehead of the year. It's a beauty. Just, it is a beautiful, you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna keep saying it. These are gorgeous fish. I mean, look at the colors, the patterns. Beautiful fish, but time for this one to go back. All right, pop that. And, okay. I'm trying to let you go. There you go. See you, sweetheart. Thanks for the fight. That was fun. That was real fun. All right, let's go ahead and get another one. That was great. That was great. All right. The way that thing hit, I thought that was a bass. I really, really did. And bingo, back at it. Line's perfectly fine. Nothing, no problem at all. Just a good, solid fish. Good, solid fish. I liked it. 22 incher. Would make a heck of a couple tacos or a good sandwich, but that's not what I'm here for. That was nowhere near where I wanted it to be. Well, let's retrieve it anyway. It's shallow here. We may get lucky. Nope. Seriously thought that was a bass the way it was fighting and the way it hit. That was a pleasant surprise. Oh, that's teeth. That's a snake. Oh, that's a big snake. That's a big snake. Big snake. Big snake. Holy crap! That's a big snake. That's a PB. That's a PB. Holy crap! That's a big snakehead. Holy crap! All I felt was teeth on the line. I'm lucky that didn't cut me off. Holy crap! That's a big snakehead. I'm shaking right now. That is a freaking monster. Holy crap. Oh, that thing's gonna be 8 or 9 pounds. Holy crap. Dude, it just murked that thing. Hell yeah. Oh man, that's there's no way that's not a dragon. There's no way that's not a dragon. There's no way in hell that's not a dragon. That is a freaking monster. And he just smoked that. Tiny little 3.5-inch goat, Z-Man goats. All right, I gotta get them on grips and get them on the board. We gotta figure out what this one's all about. That's 10 out of 10, my PB. Oh, jeez. That's a heavy fish. That is a heavy fish. Oh, that is an absolute freaking stud. Holy crap. All right, enough. Open up. Oh, nope, no, you're not gonna do that to me. Open up. Open up. I'm gonna get you on grips there, buddy. Holy crap. Look at the head on that thing. That is a stud of a snakehead. That is the biggest snakehead I've ever caught. 100% sure of that. All right, and since I am not reaching into that, what a freaking fish. This thing's strong. Strong fish. Open up. Don't you flare your gills at me. I'm trying to get you off, buddy, so you can go home. Don't hurt yourself, man. All right. You're off. You almost got off this again. All right, get you a quick dunk and just slime yourself off my boat for a moment. Holy crap, that's a big fish. Come on. Come on. Wriggle all you want. I'm not letting you off. I'm not gonna let you hurt yourself either. Jiminy Christmas. Oh yeah, that's a dragon. Got my dragon. I got my dragon. Over that, it's a 31-inch fish. 31-inch fish. I am freaking shaking right now. Alrighty, now that I got a length on it, I'm gonna get a weight on this fish. Ouch. Alright, off there. Beep. 9 pound, 8 ounce. I'll measure the grips here in a second, but holy crap, look at the dimensions on that absolute freak of a fish. Don't break your jaw. That is a monster. Look at the head on that thing. That was worth the trip today, ladies and gentlemen. That was worth the trip. A couple scales on the boat. One last look at you for good measure. I got my dragon. I got my dragon. Day made. All right, later fish. Oh, that was an absolute freaking blast. That was awesome. That was awesome. All right, now I need to rearrange my shenanigans. Let's go ahead and weigh this because we need to. 9 pounds. So it was 9 pounds 1 ounce. That's 7 ounces is this little contraption. So 9 pound 1 ounce, 31-inch Northern. Holy crap. Hell yeah. All right, I just drifted a long ways, but I was redoing a couple things. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and retie that. Yeah, that frayed my line. Oh, speaking of gear, don't let anybody tell you that you need like massive stuff to catch a dragon, because that came on a 1/0 EWG. My hands are pruny. Nice. A 1/0 EWG, a Berkeley Fusion, I think. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring this through here. Oh yeah, that definitely shredded up right there. You can't tell very much, but right there, teeth are just grinding on that. So we're gonna clip it, retie, and I'll be right back. All right, it's retied. I drifted even farther. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that back through. Same spot that she was before. Bob's your uncle. Little snaky snake over there. Cool. Ah, I missed him. I got wadded up in the body. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. That was a good fish. Dang it, right there. Off that tip. Son of a gun. He wadded it all up. I'm not gonna get that fish again. Oh, jeez. That was a snakehead. Guaranteed that was a snakehead. Right on the edge of the channel, off the point of weeds. But there's another one across the way, right over there. Willing to bet. Willing to bet. Just give them somewhere to ambush and they'll hit it every time. I got my first dragon. I am so happy. That is absolutely nuts. I was not expecting that today. Ah, it's another one, isolated cover. Just, dang. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. I don't know if that was a snakehead though. Probably not, either way. Dang it. Back to my old habits of missing fish. Dang nabbit. That's two I didn't capitalize on just there. Is there something stuck in that little isolated thing? Maybe? That's a snake. No, it's not. It's a largie. Saw him chase that one down. I watched him chase that down. That was cool. I thought you were a snake at first there, buddy. Not disappointed, don't get me wrong. I'm not disappointed. Another healthy bass. Another healthy largemouth. Just great fish in this river. I love it. Oh, you've been caught before. Huh. Yeah, you have. You're aggressive. I like you. Have a good one. Thanks for the fight. I saw him wake up behind it, and I saw him just gulp it. That was cool. What a great day. What a beautiful day to be outside. Absolutely beautiful day. Did he come from all the way over there? This is fantastic, man. I can't, oh man. As soon as I just clapped my hands and reset my thing, something spooked right underneath me. Oh well. There is nothing that's gonna kill my spirits today. Nothing. Just cast at the isolated cover. I know I say it in a lot of my videos, but isolated cover is where you're gonna find the fish. And it's not just my video. I mean, you'll see anybody's video and see that. But isolated cover, edges, there's something chasing those minnows over there. This drain right here, you know, stupid low tide. It's ridiculously low. I have never been here when the tide was this low, which is cool in its own way, but let's get another one off this point. Yep, just spooked one right there. Something just darted right off. That was a snakehead right in there. Dang it. I can't believe how bad I was shaking when I caught that fish. That was awesome. I don't know if there's actually any more, I just spooked something. I don't think there's any more lilies down here. Not when the water's this low. Yeah, we're gonna go out. We're gonna go back out to where there's a big old weed line, and that's when I'll bring you back. And now we fish our way back out. Take another crack at the fish that was over there too. Slashed at it again. Missed it. Well, I gave that fish another chance, but he whiffed on it that time. Not disappointed though. That was cool. Later, fishy. I'll come back for you next time with my buddies. Tide's coming back in. Oh, big fish, big. That was huge. That was a monster fish that just spooked right there. Dang, that was huge. That was huge. That could have been another dragon. Dang, that was awesome. See, and that's the kind of stuff that I live for right there. Is like, I don't care if I didn't get a chance at that fish. I mean, I would have liked a chance at that fish, but just knowing that they're in here is awesome. That's why we come out and do this, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we come out and do this. And it's for the love, the enjoyment of the outdoors, to relax, to recreate, and to, you know, bend a rod, tighten a line, have yourself a good time. You don't always have to do it. I mean, I'm tied on a freaking lily pad right now. Because of course I am. See, snakehead fishing and fishing in general is definitely a case of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, these fish are hitting topwater. It's the only thing they've hit today. So I don't need to fix anything. At all. I've had luck at this little junction before. Because right where I am, you see how like thin this is right here? Right below me, it gets about 6 or 7 foot deep. So it's a nice cut that these fish can hide in and ambush. And the tide is coming back in, which is why I think they may have turned on. The smallest snakehead I ever caught was right there. It was about 10 inches long. And it was a scrappy little sucker. Up, up, up. Oh. I saw something I didn't like. That was a snakehead. Guarantee that was a snakehead. I think it's spooked to the other side. Yeah, I could see the puffs of silt. Dang it, that looked like a pretty good fish. Just from the amount of water that was moved. Man, my arms are burning. You get a workout doing this and then paddling everywhere. I need it though. That's all we're at here. Fitness, happiness, making yourself better. Couple goldfinches. What are those? I just had my camera off, but they were chasing each other. They're chasing each other again. I don't know what those are, but they're cute. They are cute. Yep, too shallow for me there. Those are beautiful little birds. I just wish I knew what they were. I don't think they're goldfinches. And now I gotta know. It wasn't an oriole. Vireo? No, it didn't look like a vireo. I don't think it was a vireo. I thought those were bigger. Nope. Doubt it. I think it might have been a vireo. Oh. Might have been a yellow. Might have been a vireo. One of the two species of yellowish vireos in the area. Anyway, I'm gonna get out to the main channel and try and get me another freaking dragon. Oh yeah. I got all kinds of fish blood on me. A whirligig beetle. Something just moved here. Yeah, something big just moved here. That was probably a snake. Dag nabbit. Since I missed all of this while I was dealing with my big fish, I'm gonna go ahead and start casting to it. Cuts like this little path into that duck blind right there, prime. Absolutely prime. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. He smoked it. Hey, fishy. Oh, come on. Come on. Smoked it. Absolutely smoked it. All right. Another healthy bass. Real healthy fish. Later, fish. Thanks for the hit. That was cool. That was real cool. They're loving this goats right now. He came up and murdered it. That was awesome. I bet there's one in there, but there's no way in hell I would get it out with spinning gear, so I'm not even gonna bother casting. But I guarantee you there's one sitting in there. Oh, there was one. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Ooh, he took a chunk out of that. Dang, he just grabbed the tail. I might have another shot at that one. Maybe. Dang. That was a pretty solid wallop. That was obviously snakehead from the teeth. I think I might have just blown my chance on that one. I didn't let him eat it. I didn't let him eat it. Damn it, Adam, you know better than that. You know better than that. I think it's the second time I've missed that fish, too. You missed it. I saw it wake in. Saw it wake in. That was a snakehead, 110%. You just missed it. Waked in from over there. That was a good sized one too. He just missed it. So even the big ones, I mean, the mouth is, yeah, he's still right there. Mouth isn't really that big. I saw it wake in though. Came from over there. I saw the reeds move and then he just, oh, I missed it. He's back. Oh, yep, he's just over there. Yeah. That one's done. He's done for the day. I'll come back for that one. You better believe that one. So I gotta play a game right now. Is it fish moving the reeds or is it birds? That's probably a fish. That's a fish. That was a big fish. That was a big fish. That was it. It came right up from like up there, went all the way out. That was a big fish. Yep, there it was. Bass. Yep. I can tell by the hit that was a bass. Just ooh, heron got him. Or cormorant. Lucky fish, you're good to go. Later, buddy. Sweet. Yeah, I knew as soon as it hit, I knew that wasn't a snakehead. Just that grub's starting to get a little worn. Another little largie. Good population of these. I mean, they're all chunky. They're eating well. It's a pretty little bass. That's an aquarium-sized bass right there. Later, buddy. Love it. I absolutely love it. These guys are so much fun. What a great day of fishing. What a great day of fishing. I mean, seriously, the weather, like I said, was perfect. It's got the overcast. It's got everything I want right now to fish topwater, except for the water temperature. The water temperature was a bit warmer. I think I'd be having a little bit more luck. Not that I'm complaining whatsoever. Today has been awesome. I got my dragon. I've got some really nice bass. And that first bass was probably 3.5 pounds. So, like, there's literally nothing to complain about today. It's been a great day. Except for gear malfunctions. These bass are hungry. Snakeheads are hungry. The bass are hungry. Everything's biting. I mean, life is good. Life is real good. Damn. Sent him flying. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Another healthy little bass. They are so healthy. I don't give them a concussion. Ouch. Ouch. Spiky little booger. Stop it. Later, buddy. You got me good. What a good day. What a good day. Like, seriously. You're experiencing things you're never gonna see if you're sitting on the couch. If you're out here enjoying nature, doing what you want to do. This ain't gonna happen in a video game. I've seen a bird I don't think I've ever seen before. That was cool. The vireo. Maybe time to swap out. I don't think I got one more fish out of this thing. Or, here's an idea. Flip that little bad boy upside down. That's what I'll do. Flip her upside down. The hook's starting to roll over. It's still sharp enough. Yeah, I think I got one more fish out of that hook and that lure. Just one though. No, that's a PB. That's my PB. That's my PB. For sure, 100% PB. PB. Holy crap, I got 2 PBs in one day. What the hell? So that's a thing. I just got my second personal best in one day. What are the odds of that? Holy jeez. That is a hoss. That is a good fish right there. Oh man. It's a good fish. This is the best day of fishing I've had in years. Without a doubt. Time to weigh this puppy out. I don't want to hit your gills, sweetheart. I'll get you back in there for a little bit. All right. 4 pound, 12 ounce. She's ready to go. She is ready to go. I want to get a length on her though. I got you, sweetheart. I got you. Definitely a spawner. Mallard. Wet the board. Wet the board. This has been an epic day of fishing. Absolutely epic day of fishing. Let's get this big girl revived. It's definitely a female, spawned out female. I got you. I got you. One last good look at her. Got one little war wound on her. Tail's a little messed up from spawning, but 20-inch largemouth, 4 pound, 12 ounce. Personal best by over a pound. That's a good fish right there. That's an awesome fish right there. Look at that. Look at that. What a day. What an absolute amazing day. Bye-bye, sweetheart. There she goes. Off to fight again. Hang on. Okay, so I just caught my second personal best of the day. I mean, it's like, what the hell? I haven't had a day of fishing this good in years. I mean, that bass just destroyed my thumb. Absolutely worth it. The snakehead, absolutely worth it. The 2.5 hour drive down here, absolutely worth it. And yeah, I'm in awe. I am absolutely in awe. 2 personal bests. I've seen about a dozen bald eagles, at least 8 of them at the same time. I've seen wood ducks, I've seen mallards, I've seen new birds, I've seen guard jumping. What an awesome day. What an absolutely awesome day. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. Probably about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock maybe. 1:45. 1:45. I'm gonna go ahead and my thumb is jacked up. I'm gonna go ahead and swap out batteries, and we're gonna run the rest of this this cut here. I don't think we're done yet. I don't think we're done yet today. What the hell was that? It sounded like a doe sneezing, but I thought we were out on an island. We are out on an island. I guess that deer swam out here. Anyway, I'm gonna swap out batteries and we're gonna get back to it because I'll keep this train rolling. What a day. What a day. Well, I said I think I have one more fish out of this lure and this hook. I'm gonna go ahead and retire this particular Z-Man because this is what I've caught everything Z-Man-y on today. The exception of the fish I caught first thing on the ripper, that 3 pounds and change. Everything else today has come on this now significantly beat up Z-Man goats. But she ain't done yet. She ain't done yet. Like I said, we're gonna keep this train rolling because I have plenty of plenty of cut left to run on this thing, so we're gonna see what happens. Yep, just bruiser is the color on this one. It's got like a June bug back and like a green pumpkin sprayed candy belly. It's a weird combination of colors. I'd never seen it before, which is precisely why I bought it. Because when in doubt, throw something the fish probably haven't seen before. I have used that to my advantage on many an occasion, and as you can tell, it's still working. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. At all. At all. And the tide's still coming in, so there's definitely still fish left to be caught, for sure. I was not expecting an almost 5-pound bass out of there. If I had caught that fish probably 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, guaranteed that fish would have been 5, maybe 5.5 pounds. That was just a big spawned out female, and she hit where I was not expecting to find a bass at all. I was expecting a snakehead. I was not expecting that at all. All right, I just put a fresh goat on my hook. Still gonna use the same hook. I don't like throwing out hooks if they still have a little bit of pointiness to them, so we're still good to go there. So just make sure this is all straightened out so it doesn't swim funky. And golden. Let's get us another fish. I just can't get over that. That's wild to me. It's absolutely wild that I got 2 personal bests in one day. I'm gonna have to go home and have PB sandwich. I know, bad joke. I thought it was funny. Deal with it. So like, as small as this little lure is, it has fantastic bubble kicking. Like, it's more than a rage bug, more than that Duratec toad, to be perfectly honest. And clearly the snakeheads have no problem eating this thing. They are munching this thing down for sure. This is the 3.75. I've got the 4.25s with me in a different color, but I wasn't expecting to use them, and I don't think I'm going to, since clearly monster bass and monster, snakeheads will eat this little lure. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Cliche as all get out, bud. Guess what? It's true. It's true. It is nothing but true. And just work it through the cuts, work it through the vegetation. Nothing fancy. This is not rocket surgery I'm doing here. This is just picking apart cover. This is heavy cover fishing 101. Power fishing, heavy cover. Not using a finesse technique by any stretch of the imagination. That was a brown thrasher. That's a cool bird. Just covering water. Covering water. Covering water. I just heard something sploosh back over here. Just boonk. Sounded like a big old turd hitting water. Sounds like a big old bumblebee behind me. It is a big old bumblebee. Hey, buddy. I have a feeling my adventures today are going to cause somebody I know to say, hey, next time you go out, can you bring me home a couple snakes? And I'm going to have to say, yeah, okay, I can do that. I will never keep a dragon. There's no way I will ever keep a trophy like that. Because to me, that's a trophy. That was an absolute trophy. But yeah, I'd set a little slot limit for myself, about 18 to 25 inches. Like that first fish I caught today, that first snakehead I caught today, 100%. That would brought that home to eat that thing. That's a perfect eating size. Get knock a couple nice fillets off of there, fry them up, bake them. I actually wonder how good it would be blackened. I think blackened snakehead would be pretty solid. But yeah, so I think at some point this year there needs to be a little bit of a culinary exploration of the snakehead variety. Just got that bug. Ew. Because they're amazing to eat. Now, I'm never going to be keeping a fish over 30 inches. No way in hell I'm ever going to keep a fish that big. First off, that's trophy fish in my opinion. There's no reason for me to keep that fish. I want to let it go and let somebody else have the opportunity to catch it. And when I say catch it, I mean catch it. I don't mean shoot it. I don't mean do anything else like that. But that's a rant I'm not going to get into. Because to be perfectly honest, I really do think that snakeheads, both northern and bullseyes, deserve game fish status. I really do. Because they're amazing fish. They're super fun to catch. I'm willing to bet that there could be a fair number of tourist dollars brought in by those who are targeting oh god, that was a big fish. That was a big fish. I just cast that right on that fish's head. Holy crap, that was huge. That was monster. That was monster fish for sure. But it's definitely spooked. That fish is not coming back. No way, no how. Yeah, anyway, so like I was saying, I think there's a large number of actual tourist dollars that could be brought in by people targeting snakeheads with a rod and reel. Because let's face it, there is an industry in this country dedicated to, let's be perfectly honest, the most invasive species that there is. And that is the largemouth bass. Yes, I said it's invasive because its natural range actually doesn't extend much farther north than about the center of Virginia. Of course, it's down south, Florida, everything else like that. But they've been introduced in all 50 states, several countries. Canada, of course, Mexico. They're pretty much everywhere because people decided, hey, this is a fun fish to catch. Let's put them everywhere. And the problem is, because they have this mystique about them, nobody keeps them to eat. Largemouth is a tasty fish. It really is. It's a glorified sunfish with a big old mouth on it. And sunfish are delicious too. Bass just has more of it. So why not extend that same privilege to snakeheads? I mean, even in Florida, they've classified certain species as exotics. Now, there's that fish. That fish is right in there. Exotics are naturalized invasive species that were stocked there. It was put there by the government. And so why those species hold more sway than another species that was accidentally introduced on purpose by those people who wanted to taste a home? It's like so many other species that are just kind of here to stay. And clearly they exist 100% alongside largemouth bass and everything else in here without out-competing anything. Obviously, by sheer numbers, I'm catching far more bass than I am snakeheads. And, you know, should I be? Maybe. Let's do something different. Let's give snakeheads a chance. I mean, and part of what got me going on that little topic just now is there's a couple things that, you know, over the years, people tried to change the name of something to make it more palatable, more pleasing to the general consumer, because they want to try and create a market for something. You know, what is the slime head? That is now called orange roughy, delicious seafood. What is the Patagonian toothfish? Chilean sea bass, another delicious food fish. What's a whore's egg? That's a sea urchin, delicious seafood. You know, uni, a lot of sushi. You know, and now with the Northern Snakehead, you have somebody trying to call it Chesapeake Chana. No, if you're gonna call it Chesapeake Chana and not just use its natural name, you know, its scientific name, then you're assuming that it's here to stay. Okay, it's here to stay. Why not give it the same, again, why not give it the same protections and, you know, afford it the same high status as largemouth bass and everything else? It's just doesn't make sense to me. You can't have it both ways. I'm due for another strike, by the way. There's one in there. When there's no wind like this and you can see the fish moving through the reeds, you know exactly where they are. And that's pretty fun. I'm due for another bite. Come on. The tide's gone up. The fish have probably pulled back farther into this stuff. Just a theory, but I think I'm right. Another one just smoked something back there. Big blowing up on the bank there. 4 times now. 5. Something was hungry. 6. Fish right in there. I don't know, it's because this side is shallower or what, but I've never had luck on this side. All the action sounds like it's over on this side. Hey, bird. What's a female grackle or what? Probably female red-winged blackbird. That's alarming. That's the sound of a weed going across the bottom of my kayak. It sounds like somebody's dying. Well, trolling motor is back in the water. Paddle went up. And I'm just kind of motoring right on back to the launch. Just taking my time. I'm in no rush today. I've gotten myself as relaxed as I possibly can. I've had a stellar day of fishing, and yeah, I'm in awe of today. I really am. Catching my first dragon, catching a new PB largemouth. Just awesome. I'm still in awe. But you can probably tell I've only got about 3 hours of sleep. I got here just at sunrise, which is like 5:50 this morning. Got in the water about 10 after sunrise. And still about a 2.5, 3 hour drive home. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and start that journey. I might take a couple more casts on the way back. Yeah, the edge of this cut where it goes out in the main stem of the river is very productive. Fishing along the edges, but you know, I don't think I'm gonna take any more casts. My day has been good enough. My day has been good enough. 2 snakeheads, missed several more, several largemouth bass, you know, a couple of them over 3 pounds. And I just watched a massive explosion out in the front of this thing. It's another one. I don't know if you can see it over there, but it does it again. That whatever it was big, and it just came completely out of the water. That was big. But like I said, that's where I started the day. I took several casts in there, missed a couple fish, heard a couple good blow-ups like right here on the edge. And that last blow-up that I missed, that was a big fish. Which means it'll be here for me next time. And I'm definitely gonna bring one of my buddies down here with his dad. They've already asked me to bring him out snakehead fishing. And I think this is gonna be the spot. For me, the Rappahannock has just been far superior to any other body of water when it comes to getting snakeheads, both consistent numbers of snakeheads and of course now size. 10 out of 10 fishery. And I've fished probably 30 miles, 40 miles worth of the Rappahannock. Doesn't matter where you go. This is my favorite spot, but there are snakeheads in every other place that I've put in. And I put in like 6 different spots. From Port Royal all the way downstream, about another 30 miles, like I said. Port Royal, like Hopyard Landing, like even up farther than that. I mean, if you've got a way to get in the water, even if it's just on a kayak, do it. Just get on the water, have yourself a great time, and maybe you'll learn to appreciate these fish as much as I have. They're just an awesome species. Largemouth are always gonna be fun, but snakeheads have my heart. 100% have my heart. But as I tend to do at the end of these videos when I'm tired, I am rambling a little bit. I'm yawning. And I've got, you know, probably about a 45-minute run back to the launch at full clip with my trolling motor here, so it's about time I sign off. And as I usually do at the end of these videos, I want to say thanks again for watching. Make sure you find a reason to smile today. I most certainly did. I'll catch you in the next one.